everyone, so today we're going to close out the camping season for us. It is October. We were going to do one more trip to the UP, but it turns out this weekend pretty much every campground is closed. So we're going to close out our camping season video, entourage slash playlist slash I don't even know what else to call it, with our 5 things that we've learned this year in our first year of pop-up camping. I'll take the first one, mainly because this was before I even knew you.
True.
First thing we learned, or I learned, is to make sure everything works before buying the camper, even if it's a screaming deal. Long story short, I went and, looked at the camper. He had all the lights on and everything, but it was running off the battery, not off the actual electrical. So I thought everything was fine. And I took a list with me too. Pop-Up Princess has a list, and I was going through it, and I was like, cool, think I got it all. Well, turns out we had like blown fuses, the water was leaking and it was zip tied together. Did not even see that when I looked over under at the subfloor.
Propane didn't work. The pop-up mechanism he told me just needed to be re-greased. It had mouse houses slash nests in them basically. So before you completely make it look nice, which I had already done, make sure it functions properly as well. But we learned, and next year we'll hopefully be able to literally just hook it up and leave. That's the game plan.
So number 2, I'm like not even 100% sure how I found this company, but we needed to get it serviced because of everything that was wrong the first time that we went camping. If you remember when we went to Torch Lake, I was like, here's the camper, that's it, because I don't want you guys to see what else is going wrong with it. Find a person that will service, especially if you have a used one. A camper as old as ours is. Ours is a 2000, so it's almost 20 years old. We're like, we'll just take it to General RV. It might be expensive, but whatever. They obviously do a good job, and it turns out they don't service anything over 15 years old. Make sure you find a service person that's willing to work on something as old as our camper was. That's my number 2 piece of advice and something that we learned.
That's a good one. So number 3, before you buy a pop-up camper, if you have a house with a driveway and a garage that you can't fit it in, and you're not allowed to park it on the road, you should probably figure out a place to store it before you buy a pop-up camper. That was you. Yeah. This was my first big purchase other than my house, and then I leased a truck too, so it was one of those things where I was overly excited to even just get it, that I like skipped over. Don't get too excited to buy a camper. That's where we're at right now, because all of these have been like, yay, okay, I found something, it's a great deal, let's get it, and now I don't know where to park it. So, think it through. Think it through first.
That would be number 3.
Yeah. Like
Jordan said. Make sure you know where it's gonna go. Number 4, seeing as I've been doing most of the talking as it is anyway, is make sure you have your summer, fall, and spring camping trips planned in advance. When I say in advance, well in advance. We found out very quickly that doing it a week or 2 before is not a good way to go about it. Like I said earlier in the video, we completely missed basically the deadline to even go to the UP. When we went to Traverse City, we literally got the last campground left, or last site left in Traverse City, and we ended up paying for it, that's for sure.
Book in advance.
Book in advance, yes. Long story short. Just plan it out ahead of time, because you might get screwed cost-wise, or you might not be able to go where you want to go.
Or both.
Or both.
Yeah. Number 5, even if it's a bright sunny day and the radar says there's no chance of rain, zip up the pop-up camper windows before going away from your campsite, because even when it's nice and sunny when you leave, if it just so happens to thunderstorm really, really badly while you're gone, you come back to a flooded pop-up camper.
In my defense, meteorologists should be better at their jobs.
Yeah, well, in my defense, we had to move standing water for over an hour because it was flooded. What did I say before we left for the concert? Let's zip up the windows. No, it's sunny out, it'll be fine. 30%
chance of rain.
300% chance of rain.
It rained a lot.
Flooded. And yeah, you don't want to do that. So if it's sunny and you're gonna be away from it, highly recommend closing everything up first, and then let it air out when you get back.
We're ready for next year.
Yep, get ready.
Hopefully it helped you a little bit there too.
Maybe.
Okay, so if you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, or subscribe below. We appreciate you guys watching. There might be some off-season type ones, pending if I can get this guy to do some exterior work on the camper, or at least help me do some exterior work on the camper. But if we don't get to it this year, we'll be back next year with more videos. So thanks for watching. Enjoy your fall and your winter, and we'll see you guys soon.